Okay, so it's April 1st, 2026, morning reflection, and you've all been on winter retreat, and then I had to do this mission to become an upajjhaya. I was away for January, February, and then back in March, and I was able to go up to the Humboldt property, and that was very, very quiet, so I think it's just wonderful to be in quiet environments, and coming back here, it's also very quiet, actually. And going to Three Jewels, it was also very quiet. It's very quiet everywhere we go. The monasteries are very quiet places. So, such a blessing to be in the monasteries. There's a lot of other places in the world that aren't so quiet, but the monastery is very, very quiet. And just, there's not much to say about the last month that I was in Humboldt, just that I love eating outside. There was a few days that it rained and I had to eat in my kuti, but just some people, there was kind of a roster of people who would just come every day and offer food, and mostly the food was cooked elsewhere, so they barely had to use the kitchen at the Humboldt property and offer the food, and by the time I was done eating, they would be gone, so then the only time I was interacting with people was on the meal offering time, and being able to sit at the foot of a redwood tree and have my meal, and just noticing that there's a nearby road, so you can kind of hear some cars sometimes. That's about the only noise. There's also a nearby airport, so maybe a few times a week there would be an airplane that would fly over. And noticing like the morning time, there'd be some car noise on the road, people going to work, and then middle of the day, almost no cars at all, just nothing happening. And noticing that when people go to work, their house is just empty. And most people's who commute to work, the house is just a place to watch TV and sleep, pretty much. And then you just go to work and you have the weekends, but that's almost nothing. There'd be some car noise, people going to work, then maybe just a few cars during the day, like almost nothing. Almost no car noise at all. And then in the evening, hearing more car noise, people coming back from work. And then, or if I was in my kuti, then there would be no car noise. Couldn't really hear it from in the kuti. And yeah, just nothing really happening. So when people would ask me how my retreat went, all I could say was, well, it was just a very quiet environment. It's not easy to say really how it went. I mean, it was very wonderful. It was very rejuvenating for me, and nice to have no duties for a while, and very comfortable. And sometimes my mind would go to, well, I feel like I should be doing something, or, I almost feel guilty for just being so comfortable. But actually that's the blessing of the renunciate life, is that it's actually okay to be comfortable. It's okay to have nothing to do. It's okay to be comfortable. And sometimes we measure our sense of self-worth by how much we're doing. And there's even an interesting sutta where I'm not that good at quoting chapter and verse, but the sutta, it's probably in the Samyutta Nikaya or something, like what are different people defined by, like the men are defined by their work, women defined by their children and family, kings are defined by their conquest, and samanas are defined by how peaceful they are. So there's these different sort of classes of beings, and they're defined in different ways. So as samanas, to try to get in that mindset of not necessarily defining ourselves by how much we're doing on the external or how much we're accomplishing, we do get a charge from that. We get a visible fruit of our labor if we clean something or accomplish a project and do a good job. That's good. But then to not be defined by that, to be defined more by the quality of heart that we put into it, that's the samana quality. As samanas, we develop this reflective capacity where we're always looking at the mind and how are we doing, reflecting on our behavior and so on, reflecting on our behavior of body, speech, and mind. We're not just constantly defining ourselves by our external accomplishments, but looking at the quality of heart we're putting into things. If we're putting in a good quality of heart to everything, that's going to come into the meditation as well. So, but if we do things with the thought, I just want to get this done so I can move on to what I really want to be doing, then we're going to have that same attitude in the meditation as well. I want to get this done so I can, well, wait a minute, don't I really want to be meditating? But that quality of heart's going to carry through everything we do. So all the duties and everything we do is for training that. So it's this sense of, if we've been in retreat, then keep it going. We keep it going by putting that quality of heart into the things that we do. And then we can actually keep the retreat going. Keep it going till the next retreat. Try to keep it going till the next retreat. Offer that for reflection.